What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Neek Game Break, the show where Ray and I talk about the latest and greatest video games. I'm Josh, and he's Ray. Say hi to the people, Ray.
Hey, I'm Ray.
He's Ray. He finally stopped playing that Pokemon Go so that we can talk about other video games with you guys, other video games. Now, Ray and I are in a little bit of a predicament tonight because there haven't been any new games really this summer.
Nope.
It's been a bit dry, aside from Overwatch, Inside, and Pokemon Go.
Yep.
There really hasn't been much. And there isn't going to be much until No Man's Sky at the end of this month.
Well, there's Abzu on Tuesday, if I'm saying that right. I'm not saying that right.
I wish I could pretend to know what that was.
It's by the people who made Journey.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. And so my wife is really excited because I don't know if I told you this, but I remember when Journey first came out for PS3. I was like, all right, sweetheart, I want you to play this game. She was like, okay. And she sat down and she played it. It's 505 games, and she pretty much played it start to finish Journey by herself, and I just watched. It was glorious. And then I was going to the PlayStation store and saw that this one was coming out, and I was like, oh, it's the people that made Journey. And she was like, buy it immediately. I've never heard my wife tell me so quickly and adamantly to buy a video game in my entire life. So of course I bought it. And so we'll be playing through that.
You bought it without question.
No questions asked. We didn't even buy it. We pre-ordered it on the PSN, and we're playing it on Tuesday when it launches.
That is exactly the right move. But, Ray, you and I have both kind of gone to games that have been out for a little while. We've gone back and played them. You have recently discovered LEGO Dimensions with friend of the show, Adam Wells.
Yes, LEGO Dimensions, Adam Wells, and a few of our kind of funny fanatic friends. They were like, you should be playing LEGO Dimensions. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yeah, it's great. And I'm like, all right. And then I found it was on sale for half price. And so the starter pack anyway. So I was like, okay, fine. And so I bought it. And I love Legos. And I realized this because I didn't have Legos when I was a kid. And I'm like, oh my God, I can afford Legos and beer. I'm an adult. This is great. And so I built the first big portal thing with the starter pack, and I love it. Like, it's a lot of fun. It's just the way that it, like the first scene where you see Gandalf and Batman cross over. Batman crosses over into Middle Earth, and it's amazing. It's so great.
That alone gets me intrigued enough to want to buy this.
Yes.
You guys are not the first ones to tell me I need to get in on this. It's something that definitely I know Chelsea and I could play together. And that it's even something I could play with my younger cousin. She really likes Disney Infinity and Skylanders and such. She loves all the Toys to Life games.
Mm-hmm.
So would you say this is probably one of the better ones out there?
It is my favorite so far, since Amiibo actually never became anything actual Toys to Life and Disney Infinity died. Beyond Skylanders, I think that this is definitively the best one I've experienced, because I've played all of them except for Skylanders.
Right, and this meshes so many different franchises too.
Yes, the ones that we're familiar with, not just like these weird Skylander created characters, but like actual brands like Back to the Future, Scooby-Doo, Ghostbusters, Justice League, all that fun stuff. Yeah, it meshes all the stuff that we
they have they have 10 new franchises. Season 2, as they're calling it, is getting ready to start.
Yes.
They got Adventure Time, Sonic the Hedgehog, Harry Potter.
Yes, Harry Potter, and I'm like, this game is actually. I'm glad I got in on this, because now I'm like,
yeah.
When the new stuff comes out, I'll be like, all right, this is actually awesome. And my wife likes to play it with me. Like, we always played the Lego games together, and she really enjoys this one because I'm like, oh my God, we have Wonder Woman and the Invisible Jet. That's just like fun little cool things that they do with the characters. Like, for instance, when you have Wonder Woman and she's flying, like you start flying with her, they start singing the original Wonder Woman theme song.
I'm gonna need them to put in the Wonder Woman theme from Dawn of Justice.
I don't know. I like the original theme song. I'm not gonna lie, because
I do too. It's fun. The new theme song has been stuck in my head so much.
It's great. It's the ringtone for my wife when she calls me.
So there's two different kinds of packs you can get. There's the level packs, and then there's character packs.
Yes, level and character packs, and there's a price difference. You will notice immediately.
Yeah. The good thing about this, though, that I've noticed, at least, because Chelsea and I have been debating about getting on board with this for months, is that everything, even the starter pack, is pretty much always on sale.
Yeah, they're always on sale. Like, and if you can't get this on sale, wait, it'll be on sale.
Yeah. So I think definitely with Wave 2 getting ready to come out, or Year 2, whatever you want to call it, this seems like a really good time to jump in. I think we're going to be making that jump pretty soon. We might forego a fall game or two in order to do this. Something that really, no pun intended, builds upon itself for quite a long time, and will hopefully have longer or more longevity than Disney Amiibos.
I hope so.
So, Ray, I've been playing a game that we actually covered in what we didn't know at the time was kind of a trial run for Game Break. About 8, almost 9 months ago now.
Was it really?
Halo 5.
Wow, yeah.
For those of you listening, if you've kept track of our exploits, we did that episode while I was playing the game. I was trying to beat the campaign on Legendary with my group, and I couldn't drop out from the game. So I was crouched in a corner just shooting with my battle rifle and my DMR, and it was not going well for anybody since Halo 5 is ridiculous in the campaign. Mm-hmm. But it's almost an entirely different game now than from when it launched. And I mean that in the best way possible. When it launched, the campaign it's so-so, it's still pretty bad. But they've done so much on the multiplayer. So the multiplayer was pretty solid. The support they've continued to show that game is astounding. Like, this is how a shooter should be supported.
Like post-launch content should be handled like this by every company. Like, I was even, like, it brought me back in to try it again, and I'm super impressed. Like, it's great.
Mm-hmm. There's been map packs every month. There's been, it's not like, oh, you're getting like 4 or 5 maps each month. You're getting a map or 2 each month. There's new Rex added every month. There's new power weapons, there's new armor sets, new emblems, new assassinations, new vehicles, things like that being constantly added. And then there was Warzone Firefight that was added,
which is probably my most favorite thing that Halo has ever done.
This is as someone who has played Halo pretty religiously since Halo 1, this is something I have always wanted in this franchise for 15 years. This is the pinnacle of what Halo multiplayer is for me right now. It's you and 6 or 7 teammates against waves of literally unrelenting enemies.
Relentless.
It's very hard to play this with randoms.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I'm playing with 2 or 3 good friends of mine, and we've all been playing together for years and years, so we know each other's play styles, we still get our asses handed to us.
Like, I've been playing this for a while, and I have not won a match yet, and that's because I queue with a solo queue, and there's just a bunch of like randoms. I have a great time, but we have not won a single time since I've been playing it.
What's most frustrating is it's the luck of the draw. It's randomized by what map and what map you get, and then each map has different objectives that you'll get in different orders. And something as simple as, oh, we just need to kill 75 jackals.
Yeah,
that's going to be made more difficult because they'll drop hunters on you, they'll drop ghosts, there'll be banshees shooting at you, there'll be elites running around. It's very difficult. They'll give all the grunts fuel rod cannons. But it's so much mayhem that it's fun. It never feels oppressive. If you lose a couple matches, you're like, okay, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. This is annoying. But once you get on a roll and you win 1 or 2, you come so close, you get to the final round, and then you lose. It's like, okay, I gotta keep playing. I was so close that time. I gotta keep playing.
Right.
It's so much fun, and you don't have to pay a dime. If you don't want to buy rec packs, you don't have to buy rec packs. You will earn enough rec points after a few matches to get the gold packs. They'll just start flowing, and you complete what they call commendations. You kill a certain amount of an enemy, and you'll get rewarded with silver and gold packs. You win a few rounds, you'll get gold packs.
Yes,
it's awesome. You don't have to spend a dime. I have only spent about $15, maybe $17 in packs, and that was during the recent Ultimate Summer Sale that Xbox Live did. And that was really more of me saying, okay, you didn't charge me for maps, but this is me showing a little bit of appreciation for how much fun I'm continuing to have with this. I'll leave it for a few weeks, and I come back and play it for a few weeks. Like, it seems to be my go-to game right now. For if I just want to play a few rounds.
It's a fun game. Yeah, like it's what I wanted it to be in the beginning, honestly.
Halo 5 is finally the game it needed to be. They've hinted that there's going to be more content this year coming. especially with it being bundled in with the new Xbox One S coming out. It'll be with the 2 terabyte models. So that and the Master Chief Collection actually. So hopefully that'll get the player bases back up. But I never have a problem finding a match in a firefight or an arena. There's always people playing now. It's a blast. If I'm not playing firefight, I'm playing Griffball. I love Griffball.
I just, I like to shoot things with a battle rifle. So
right.
I don't really venture too far outside of that anymore. I'm back in my custom game days are over.
Right. But it's a really good game. If you kind of backed off, or if you never picked it up to begin with, $20. It's usually hovering around $20, $25 on Amazon. Highly recommend you pick it up. It's especially for that price. You can't beat the post-launch support they've given it. It is a pretty hefty file size now. It's somewhere around 85 gigs.
The Halo games, Master Chief Collection and Halo 5 are beefy games. They will take up, I think, almost, close to 120 gigs by themselves.
I have a 1 terabyte hard drive. They take up about 160 gigs.
Good Lord. See,
together.
Yeah, that's huge. That's massive. So yeah,
that's massive. That is literally every single thing they have ever made for this franchise, though.
Yep, all in 160 gigabytes. That's insane. But yeah, we'll both have that Xbox One S 2 terabytes soon, so it won't matter.
No, definitely. We'll definitely have that soon. So let's go ahead and roll into our next topic then. While we're talking about hardware, Ray, you mentioned that we're both getting the Xbox One S. You excited about that? What are we thinking here? I know we both kind of backed off of the Gears system.
Yes, I backed off of the Gear system because it's coming out in October. It's 100. I think it's what is it? I don't want to say 150, but I think it's $50 more than the already pretty expensive 2 terabyte version of the console already.
It's $50 more because it comes with It comes with the Ultimate edition of Gears 4. I feel like the only way you could really justify that price being any higher was if you included the Ultimate or the Elite controller.
Oh yeah, see that should. Man, I wish they put that in there. I mean, the console looks pretty cool. It's not like the best looking console I've ever seen. It's pretty cool looking. But I was like, after looking at it a few more times, like, I would probably get tired of that after a while. It's not like something that just it's not a piece that blends in very well with an entertainment center.
It sticks out like a sore thumb.
It really does, like a big bloody sore thumb. I was like, yeah, if I was a huge Gears of War fan, yes, I probably would have waited and picked this up, but I'm not. I'll be excited to play the game when it comes out though, but I'm not this giant Gears of War fan, so I'm like, I don't need to wait until October to get this console, because at that point, you might as well wait for the Scorpio if you get a new Xbox. Honestly,
right? I mean, I know we both like the white one because it's really sleek.
Yes, the white one is really slick. That's the original. I had the regular white Xbox One before, and so I was like, I don't mind upgrading to a slimmer version of that white Xbox because it was huge and it'll look very nice, actually, considering the small form factor in my entertainment system, even though everything else is black and the Xbox is white.
Right, that's exactly how I feel right now. Everything that we have, every system that we have is black. The TV's black. The PS4 is black.
Yep.
The 60 is black. The Apple TV is black. The entertainment system is dark blue, and then this sucker is going to be stark white.
No, my entire entertainment system is black. Speakers, TV, entertainment center, all of it. It's all black. And I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. People will be like, what's that? Because that'll be the only thing they'll be able to see in my entertainment center. So, yeah, but I'm excited. I'm excited for my 4K streaming and my 4K. I can watch my 4K movies.
That's probably what I'm most excited about, and I think that's why that's really why Chelsea and I are jumping on it right away. Is for the 4K Blu-ray. It is the cheapest 4K Blu-ray player on the market, and
it's the most. I could justify the price of this one more than I could just a $500 Samsung 4K Blu-ray player.
Exactly. As I've said it before I've said it on our main show. We look at moving in together. We don't want 2 VCRs to look at in 2 separate rooms. We want to have the Slim to be able to put in the bedroom, and then eventually be able to use trade the other one in, trade in my 1 terabyte that I have the Halo 5 console for the Scorpio next year.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, they might sell me on the Scorpio as well. I mean, I hadn't really, as of right now, I'm not buying into the Scorpio idea, but they might sell me on it later on. We'll see.
Right, because you and I are both sold on a different idea, which we saw a lot of this week. The
NX. Yes.
The Nintendo NX. Basically, our dream scenario has come to life.
I'm so excited. Like, I want any information about this thing possible right now. Like, I am chomping at the bit to get some information.
Now, Ray, I'm going to let you explain this.
Okay, so on July 26th, Eurogamer posted an article about the NX, basically stating just straight up, Nintendo's upcoming NX will be portable, handheld with detachable controllers, and this has been confirmed by a number of sources to Eurogamer. And it then went on to be that there were a lot of other people with sources that said, yeah, that statement is basically true. So pretty much what you're getting is you're going to have a system that you can take on the go, and then it will connect to your TV via Cradle when you get home. It will also use physical media in the form of cartridges, which, okay, this got me excited because I love cartridges. Everybody else thinks I love cartridges. Cartridges are great. It's going to have, some really fancy, hopefully some really fancy Tegra processing chips for the mobile processor. But this is beyond the detachable controllers thing. I'm down for what this is putting down. I want to pick it all up and put it in my pocket.
So I'm down for the detachable controllers, and I'll tell you why. Because I will never detach them.
Really?
I will probably always play it as the portable system. Quite honestly, I like the idea of how it's looking, and what got me really excited when you pointed it out to me. It basically looks like a better version of the Razer tablet.
Yes, and so it is the dream child of the Razer tablets and all their power, and the PlayStation Vita as far as an ecosystem that's connected.
Right, and everybody knows how much Ray and I love our Vitas.
Yes, I love the Vita. Sony didn't though, so yeah.
We love our Vitas even though Sony didn't. We sail the Vita Island regularly.
Oh, I have a permanent residence on Vita Island.
It's quite distressing to see what's become of it. I love the Vita so much that I've never bought a 3DS, which is a crime against humanity.
That is a crime.
The only thing that has me concerned with this, when they said the physical media, in Eurogamer's article, they said that it will only host up to 32 gigs on the cartridges.
That's still a lot.
That is a lot, but I mean, you look at some of these big AAA games, a lot of the big AAA games that are coming out, and they're pushing 50 or 60 gigs right now. It's just, it concerns me because either these companies are going to have to finally learn what compression is, or Nintendo's going to lose some of that third-party support of some of these biggest titles. And that would bother me because, for me, that would be the deciding factor. If I'm going to play a game like, say, Mass Effect, I would almost rather play it on a system like NX if it's going to be portable and be able to take it anywhere with me, be able to get 10, 15 minutes in and then put it away, than have to come home, sit down, turn on my Xbox or my PS4, and only be able to play it there. I can take this traveling with me and everything. That's the most appealing thing to me as someone who likes to travel a lot.
I'm not. I do not like that, and I'll tell you why.
Tell me why.
For me, games are a very cinematic experience in their own right sometimes. Like a big game like Mass Effect, I want to play on my very nice TV that I have in my living room. And yeah, I might not be able to take it with me, but if I'm out and about with it, I can't be as involved as I would be if I'm sitting at home on my couch playing this game. It takes away that whole the entertainment aspect has changed, because then if I'm out on a bus or I'm in the car riding and I'm playing this, I'm like, it's nowhere near as involved this time around.
Right. I mean, that was kind of a theoretical example, but I really, really like the idea of these bigger AAA games being able to be portable, as well as being able to put this into a docking station kind of beam it to your TV. I would almost wonder if it would connect via mini HDMI.
Yeah, I was thinking. I don't think there won't be any beaming. Like it will be a direct connection. I think to like a cradle.
Right. Wi-Fi just isn't. It's not stable enough around the world yet to be able to do that.
And there's too many other devices that would interfere with something to make it seamless.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that's essentially what. If they do this, that's what I wanted the Wii U's controller to always be.
You mean, not having to be 4 inches away from it to actually use it? Yeah.
Not be 4 inches away, but it basically be a portable system. I like that. I like that you can detach the controllers and they combine into one. I like the idea of this. I want to see it in action first. We're probably going to see it in about 5 to 6 weeks at Tokyo Game Show.
I hope so.
That's our theory. It's pretty much the last second that Nintendo can unveil this for a spring launch.
Yeah, or we're going to get the very sad news of a delay. If anything, they might push. They're probably going to push it. I could honestly see them saying, "Hey, we know you're really excited about this, but it's coming out holiday this year."
If they do that, I think they're going to have more than a few problems on their plate.
Not holiday this year, but holiday 2017.
Yeah. They're going to have more than a few problems if they do that. I think them coming out next spring or even the summer is a absolutely perfect launch window.
It is. It's an amazing launch time.
Yes, there's some big games coming out. You have, of course, you're going to have big games. You have Scalebound. You have, God, I'm completely blanking on everything right now.
That's because I only care about Zelda. That's why.
Zelda.
That's the only one I care about.
You have Horizon. That's the one I'm showing. Horizon. You have Ghost Recon. You have a lot of big titles coming out in the spring. And since so many publishers are starting to shift titles towards the spring due to delays and just because it's emptier, Nintendo can launch a system at almost any time of the year and be okay, except for the fall, I figure. The fall, they will get overshadowed.
They will.
If they do it, if they launch it next fall, they're going to go up against whenever Neo comes out. We don't know when Neo is coming yet. And you're going to go up against, if you come out next holiday, you're going to go up against the Scorpio. And I mean, yeah, it's a new Nintendo system, but if it's as powerful as it's reported to be, which is less powerful than the current market PS4, that's going to be a tough sell. Nintendo's going to have to sell that on hardware and on its capability, on the hardware capabilities and on the software lineup. And we know Nintendo can sell it based off first-party software alone. It's just they actually have to commit and be able to do it. They have to have more at launch than just Zelda.
I mean, yeah, and hopefully the other rumor that there's a possibility that they would be merging the 3DS and the Wii markets in order to prevent the gaps that we had before. Like there was a time where we didn't get Mario Kart for so long because they had to build it for the 3DS first. You had Mario Kart 7 on the 3DS, and then we got it on the Wii U. And so it's like, if they can bridge those two gaps, then we have a lot less gaps in their first party stuff, which is awesome.
Well, I mean, and that's what took us so long to get Super Smash Brothers also. They wanted to put them both out at the same time.
Exactly.
And we've long thought that the next system would be a hybrid. A lot of people who watch the industry have long thought that. You and I have personally both had that speculation. So this isn't super surprising to hear. I think what would be surprising is if there was no backwards compatibility whatsoever.
From what I've read, that there won't be any Wii U backwards compatibility.
And I mean, I guess that doesn't bother me too much. What will bother me is if there's no virtual console compatibility.
Oh, that would literally shoot them in the foot. I don't know why there wouldn't be any of that.
There wasn't any. Was there any between the Wii and the Wii U? I'm not sure.
Virtual console wise,
yeah,
like you could still play your Wii games on the Wii U.
Okay. No, I mean, if you purchased NES titles on the Wii, did you have to rebuy them on the Wii U?
See, that I've never tried. So, but I'm sure that you could, because like you can go and buy those games now on the Wii U just fine. Like if I have the same account, maybe.
Right, and I guess that would be my only concern if I was invested into the Wii U ecosystem and I was buying virtual console titles. I wouldn't want to have to rebuy those again on the NX. I'm already at the point where I don't like rebuying games every gen. Yes, there are games that I consider to be classics, but that doesn't mean I want to buy them every single generation.
Yeah, so if you transfer your Wii data using the Wii U transfer utility, it will bring your virtual console games over to the Wii mode of the Wii U. Yeah,
Okay.
once the titles you own are on the Wii are released on the Wii U eShop, though, you can repurchase them for $1 to $1.50.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know if I like that.
and this was from Wii to Wii U. I don't know if this was actually true or not, but this is a thread that I found pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, nobody has really found a way to handle the virtual console stuff well. Sony didn't handle it well, PS3 to PS4. Microsoft didn't really handle it well, 360 to Xbox One. But it looks like Sony and Microsoft are trying to future-proof, at least right now. I hope Nintendo follows in the same footsteps and does that if you've already purchased a game, they're not going to make you rebuy it. For example, if I buy Shovel Knight on my Wii U, I don't want to rebuy it on the NX. I want to already have that day one ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
That would help so much. Like if you say, oh, we don't have all these AAA games yet. We have Zelda and say like Pikmin 4 or something ready to go day one. But there's more on the way in 6 months. All our virtual console titles are available right now. If it's available on the Wii U, it's available day one. I mean,
that'd be great.
The other big piece of news that I kind of took away from it was Nintendo wanting to tie in things from their smartphone games, which we also talked about on the Pokemon Go discussion, that we really want to see some connectivity between the upcoming Mario game and Miitomo with the NX. So would it be hypothetical that maybe your avatars from those games could be your avatar on the NX?
They've kind of already hinted that that's something that's also like rumored to be happening. Is that these games will work like with the NX, meaning that I guess if you, speaking of like the Mii stuff, that takes the place of like the Mii like playground that you have in the 3DS currently, and it would kind of be like a back and forth, and you could earn rewards for certain games that way. I could see that being like that. That'd be pretty cool. I actually would like that functionality. That would be pretty great.
Interesting. Well, Ray, do you have any more thoughts on the NX before we move on to our final topic for the night?
So the NX, I want one. I can't wait to hear more about it. But now I want to talk about No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky. So this game is 3 weeks away from coming out. Coming on the 26th of August. An early copy of the game leaked, probably thanks to good old Walmart. And
good old Walmart. Thanks to you shopping at Walmart.
There was a guy on Reddit on the No Man's Sky subreddit who bought an early copy of the game for $1,200.
I thought it was. I read $1,300.
It might be that rounded. It was $1,250 the last time I checked.
Oh my god!
To get this game 3 weeks early, and was bragging about how he got it, this and that. Of course, Sean Murray and Hello Games just absolutely lost their minds over it. I mean, why wouldn't you? This is a game you've worked 4 or 5 years on. You've largely kept it shrouded in mystery. You want people to discover this universe on their own, and now you've got this guy posting things all over the internet. He wasn't trying to be malicious with it, I don't think. It's not like he was running around like, oh, I'm going to spoil the whole game. He was just like, hey.
How could you spoil the whole game?
He goes, hey, he's like, hey, if anybody's interested, I am going to post a bunch of gameplay videos later on, like me getting into the world for the first time, showing some of the exploration, showing some of the combat. I really want to show this, like some of the stuff I was really intrigued in. And people were all over, I mean, rightfully so. We're all over this guy for what he was doing. But it's like, you have a choice to watch this. He has a choice on how to spend his money. Don't freak out, though. If he does this, just avoid the thread that says spoilers. It clearly said, before I post anything, it'll be a spoiler thread. If anybody shares it outside of that, I can't control it. He got so much backlash that after his first 2 or 3 videos, that he was like, nope, that's it. I'm not putting up any more. I'm just going to enjoy the game in peace for the next few weeks. Y'all have a great time when you get it.
I mean, and I'm pretty sure it's the stigma behind the way that he came out about getting the game.
Yep.
Like, had it been somebody who was like, yeah, Hello Games provided me with a copy of this game early. That is something where like I'm sure people would have respected it more.
Well, I mean, so this has happened a lot. It's been happening a lot more frequently with games. Usually not this far out though. Usually it's like a week and a half, maybe.
Oh no, I've seen you. There's one YouTube channel I follow in particular just to see how early he gets his hands on games, and I've seen it 3 to 4 weeks before a game is supposed to launch. He's had full games that he's posting content on his channel.
These guys though, I mean, the problem is, one, you're going around bragging about it, okay? And I don't think the community at large really cares because so many people really want to see it. They care if there's spoiler content, okay? Right. There's some people that are excited you got it just because they're hoping you post a spoiler so they can go around and ruin it for everybody. Remember when Metal Gear Solid 5 came out? Nowhere was safe. It was like Game of Thrones Season 6 at the time, okay? Nowhere was safe. And, I mean, you couldn't even go into a discussion about NFL football without getting that game ruined for you. So...
Oh, by the way, we have a viewer watching. Firefox Battle 253. We acknowledge you. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you. And we're talking about No Man's Sky. So, yes, please. Thank you.
So, I mean, if he hadn't come out and said he bought it for $1,200, there would not have been as much of a backlash.
I don't think so. I feel like had he just come out and be like, "Hey, I got an early copy of No Man's Sky. Isn't this great?" Ha, instead of
right. Post the picture of your game. Post your receipt for proof.
So much money. You peasants, look at the game that I got before you. Great poupon.
It's man, $12.50 for that game. That must be nice.
Yeah, it must be nice to be able to just kind of.
That's more than I think I've spent on gaming in the last 2.5 years, at least.
I can't, and I will not answer that question. It's embarrassing, and my wife may be listening.
That's just. Why would you spend that much?
I can understand. This game is probably one of the hypest games I've been like all of us, I think, have been anticipating because they announced it. And it's just
I just want to see what it is. That's all I want.
I think it's more just seeing. I want to experience this game. I want to get in and understand and see their vision of this is what they wanted us. This is what they wanted us to share with us. The exploration, the wonder, I'm not really buying this game for the combat. I'm buying this game to fly a freaking spaceship through space. How many games can you say that you've done that where they give you as much freedom as they do? I can't name too many. So yeah, I'm really excited about this game.
Right. So bottom line, do you know who the real winner in all of this is? Whoever sold the copy of that game for that much.
They made a little bit of money. Yeah, that was a big move. They made some money.
Just oh my God.
They made enough money to cover their legal fees, I'll tell you that.
I mean, the problem is you can't come after somebody for that. It was sold legally by Walmart. If anything, Walmart is the one that, or whoever sold it, we're assuming it was Walmart, is the one who will be sued or whatever, Understandably, of course, Hello Games is upset. They're a small team that's put together this extraordinary world, this extraordinary game. And I empathize with them when they say they don't spoil it for yourself by watching some guy's YouTube videos. Okay. I'm not going to lie. I will probably go watch 1 or 2 of these just because I'm really curious to see a little bit more than what we've been shown. I'm still not 100% sold on it. Have never been 100% sold on it. That's me personally. I love space. I love exploration. I just don't know if this is a game that for $60 will hold my attention span. So
this is a game that I know that I'm going to play a whole, I don't know, I'm probably going to sit down and play it for 12 hours the day it comes out. And then after that, it'll be a game that I just kind of come in and out of because there's so much to do, I think. And when I say so much, it means there's so much to explore in a very Minecrafty sort of way. I wonder, I don't know if there's an end game. I assume that I think the end game was that we're trying to get to the center of the universe. But who knows how long that'll take, We'll see a post in 2024. Oh, they finally made it to the center of the universe in No Man's Sky, or somebody will build a bot that'll just perpetually fly in the direction they think is the center of the universe. Who knows? Firefox commented and said that he's definitely in it for the exploration. And I think that is the most interesting part, like the interesting aspect of the game, is the exploration.
That's the only thing about it.
That's
There
that's the
isn't
game.
much more to it from what I've seen.
That's the game, and if they can't get that part right, then really, what's the point?
The whole game's gonna be made or break. It's make it or break it on the exploration style. The combat, okay, whatever. Who cares? I just want to find a planet, and I want to name it Bob in honor of Titan AE.
I really don't do that, Josh.
Oh, I'm gonna be that guy.
Don't do that. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
But Ray, any more thoughts on any more last minute thoughts on No Man's Sky before it comes out on August 26th?
So No Man's Sky, at this point I want to play it. We've talked about it endlessly. I've seen just about enough as I can take about it. I just want to experience it on my TV at home at this point.
Well said. We will be doing a review for that, myself and Ray, and we're going to be talking to a guest about coming on board with us to be in that discussion. They will probably get to it before I will. I'm hoping to get to it the day it comes out so that we can hopefully do a review discussion the first week of September. But if not, they will share their thoughts, and I'll be there to discuss them with them. So I'm going to go ahead and spin us out. Ray, do you have any more thoughts before we shut down for the night?
We're about to get into the busiest time of the year for video games as the fall approaches. I would guess that I want to hear from the people. I want to know what games they want to see us play and talk about come in the fall, because I don't know if we'll be able to get to all of them this year, because there will be so many. So I figure we'll hit the big ones, but like I guess I want to hear from the folks. Like, what do they want to see us play? What do they want to see us talk about? That's what
for sure. I know we have a small list of ones that we are for sure going to get to.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy 15 is definitely on that list.
That's happening regardless.
That may be done in several installments due to its length.
Mm-hmm.
The Last Guardian, I know you and I are very, very excited for.
I am excited to see how that held up. Yes.
Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2 is going to get got.
And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think we both might end up doing Call of Duty Infinite Warfare.
No, I'm buying that game. It's going to be great.
I'm buying it, but I'm going to play more Modern Warfare than anything.
Whatever. I'm going to play Infinite Warfare because I think I've bought every Call of Duty since Modern Warfare. I take that back. I skipped Black Ops, and everybody's like, "But Black Ops is the best." I know. I just skipped those. I bought Black Ops 3 though, so everything since Black Ops 3 I have bought. I enjoy Call of Duty games.
I give Call of Duty so much junk, but I think the only ones I've ever actually skipped were Black Ops 2 and 3. Most of them have been rentals, but I still no. I will be honest though. Seeing the space battles did sell me on it. It's getting space battles before Battlefront. Let that sink in. Call of Duty is getting space battles before Star Wars.
Is practically getting space battles before Star Wars Battlefront.
Even Halo 5.
I mean, we're getting the biggest, space battle simulator with No Man's Sky in like 2 weeks.
That's true. That's true. Will there actually be battles though, or do we have to leave that to Elite Dangerous?
Oh no, Elite Dangerous is a thing that's very complicated.
And I think there's one more that actually just came out a couple days ago that we both need to get to eventually. That was on our radar forever. I'm going to wait till they iron out a few of the bugs since it's in preview right now. But
oh yeah,
We Happy Few has finally come out. We Happy
Few, yes. Looks like a ton of fun. Looks real weird, but yeah, it's buggy. First-person shooter fanboy. I am not a fanboy of first-person shooters. I think I'm just more of a fan, per se. But
I know one that I definitely want to talk about is going to be Dead Rising 4.
Yes, Dead Rising 4 will be a lot of fun. I'm excited about that. Is that one going to take advantage of the HDR, or is that just Gears 4?
I forgot about Gears 4 also. I want to say Dead Rising 4 is going to take advantage of it, but I'm not sure since it's not a true first-party title.
Right.
So we will wait and see. There should be a few more indies coming out later on this year. I want to get to the Banner Saga 2. That just came out. Have that sitting in my Games with Gold backlog.
Oh, yeah.
Then Below and Cuphead are hopefully coming out this year, but I've almost given up all hope on those ever reaching us.
I need it.
And, of course, be on the lookout for me finally playing the Mass Effect series and Metal Gear Solid.
That's never. I'm going on record right now. I'm gonna let everybody know that Josh is never gonna finish those games.
It may take me years. It may take lots of sacrifices, and Chelsea may hate me forever, but I will get to them eventually. But with that being said, thank you for tuning in to Neek Game Break. If you listen today, or if you're listening to this on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, wherever you choose to listen to us, you can find us at all of those services. And, of course, you can find Ray and I on Twitter. Him at Ray Apollo, and me at Josh_Finn. That's Finn with 2 N's. And you can find Neek the Podcast everywhere on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc. Neek the Podcast. Join our discussion group on Facebook. Jump into the discussions. Listen to the main show. Listen to our comic show pull list, where we discuss the week's latest pulls, what we're reading, what we think about them, and the latest topics in comics. And there are a lot of topics to discuss these days.
Yes, that episode. I have an episode that's late that's coming out, so look forward to that. Ha ha.
So with that being said, Ray, do you have anything else to say?
Video games.
Video games. Play them. Love them. Engage. Engross yourself. Whatever. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.